Okay, on this episode of Will It Fire, we've got a 1944 Enfield. What's sort of cool about this Enfield is it is a French resistance rifle. In World War II, the French resistance was a very strong movement working behind enemy lines. And basically the Allies, the British in particular, dropped several thousand rifles behind the lines to the resistance, and this is one of those rifles. It was made in Malpi, 1944. And what's interesting about this rifle is that it's a number 4 Mark I Enfield, and it does have the star mark. But again, the bolt doesn't fold back, you know, down here. It actually folds back the way that the ones without the star mark do. And there has been some documentation provided that some rifles coming out of Malpi actually did have that star mark. So not all stars are from Savage or Long Branch, as is, you know, the normal, I think, way of thinking about it. So again, there were very few, but this does have that. So I got it all cleaned up. I have no idea if it's going to fire. When I was cleaning it and doing the maintenance, I could not get the firing pin out. And so I have no idea if this thing is going to work or not. It's my first bolt action, and never had a bolt action before, so we've got a couple of firsts here. But I think it's a beautiful rifle. I'm really stoked to have it. This canvas sling is the original sling that was dropped behind the enemy lines. There's some photos that I have that'll show you how these things were put into canisters and sort of dropped in. So anyway, let's see if it'll fire. Get a round out. This is chambered in 303 British. It's my first time putting a round into this type of a system. Okay, that seems to go. All right, round fed. Let's put the safety on right there, and we'll sit down and see if we can get a round down range. Here we go on Will It Fire. I think I'm going to keep my hand away from everything, and we'll put the safety up. Again, I don't know if this thing is going to go or not, but let's see what we can do here. Damn. All right, a little bit of a kick on that one. Success, boys and girls, success. All right, I want to load up a couple more rounds in this thing, and I'm super stoked, man. I can't tell you how excited I am. This is awesome. I mean, this thing's like 80 years old. Absolutely a testament to the men and women that manufactured this stuff. And these number 4s, from what I understand, and I'm not an expert on this rifle by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, this was sort of designed for hasty production. But again, quality seems pretty solid, man. And to be firing coming out of a cave, which is where it was stored in France, was actually in caves. The French store a lot of stuff in caves, from wine, champagne to rifles. Again, caves are an ideal environment because the climate inside of those caves is very stable, very dry. Limestone caves in France. So, all right. Well, I do have a stripper clip. I think I'll try that to see if I can get the rounds in, and we'll try to get a couple of more rounds through this rifle and see what happens. 5-round stripper clips here, and I read that you're supposed to load these in overlapping. It's to prevent, I guess, some type of a slide lock. There's a specific name for it. I actually forget it right now, but you can sort of see how I've done it overlapping. Again, I don't know if I've done it right, but that's what they say you should do. I've never loaded a stripper clip before, so we shall see. I would imagine you just sort of pop it in. All right, maybe not. All right, that doesn't seem to work there. Okay, hopefully those went in correctly, man. That was a little bit harder than I was thinking. Maybe I didn't have it in the right direction. I'm not sure. All right, let's see if we can get a round in. Okay, went in. Let's fire a couple of more. It did have, I'm just going to bring it up here. It did have a pretty good kick to it. having to slam these in. We've got five rounds through. Maybe it was the way I was loading. It seemed I had to pull back pretty damn hard and slam it home pretty hard to get these things in. I'll try one more stripper clip attempt and see if we can get that in a little bit better. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. These things. Let me try turning it around. No. Yeah. All right. Those seem to be in.
Try standing up here. Put it on safe. I don't know if we hit anything or not, just sort of sending them down. Okay, I know I'm going to be brutalized on the internet on my inability to really get these stripper clips going in nice, but anyone's got any tips, let me know. All right, that one went in a little bit better. Maybe I'm just getting better at it. Uh-oh. I think we... All right. Very worried I was going to have a little slide lock there. Okay. Let's try to get a little serious about zeroing on this. I think these things may have been zeroed at 200 yards or 200 meters at the factory. I can't recall if I read that or not, but I think it was a pretty far distance. And I think it's a lollipop hole, if I'm not mistaken. So let's, safety's on that one. I think I may have pulled that one. All right. Okay, let's go down. Let's take a look. Okay, we've got a 5-round group here, probably about a 4 to 5 inch MOA, which I think if you're getting anything less than 6, I don't know, minute a man MOA back in World War II. I think the group's solid, seems to be shooting somewhat accurately. Definitely low, but sort of on point. So that tells me that it was zeroed. It was probably zeroed, I want to say at least 200 yards, 200 meters. That's why maybe we're down a little bit, if my logic, and I'm not a ballistician by any stretch of the imagination. But I would say that, you know, as it gets closer to that zeroing point, this group would come up. So I would say that rifle, 80 years in the cave, is shooting pretty accurately and looks like it has been zeroed and the zero is held. That's my estimation. It would be awesome to hear from you guys. You probably know a lot more than I do on this thing, but I got to tell you, I am so stoked that everything worked and that after 80 years, this is what we're getting from it. And I just think that's awesome. I just think it's truly amazing. So the Lee-Enfield, will it fire? Yeah, it sure will. Again, thanks for joining me out on the range with the Lee-Enfield number 4 Mark I. Have any suggestions, anything I could improve on, anything that I've been doing wrong, please let me know. I'm trying to learn all that I can, but I sort of like this kick now. You sort of get addicted. I mean, it feels like a real, like a real round going through this thing. So from what I understand, they could get 15 rounds per minute was sort of the average. And people that really have this thing down could do a lot better than that. So that's pretty amazing considering how it feels and when I'm just sort of getting used to it. But all in all, awesome rifle, really cool, great experience. Will she fire? Yes, she will. Thanks for joining.